Welcome to Mama Ondo TV. Today, we take you on a fascinating journey into the heart of one of Africa's greatest civilizations, the Benin Kingdom. From the majestic obas to the world-famous Benin Bronzes, we'll explore the rich history, art, and culture that have shaped this remarkable kingdom for centuries. Stay with us as we uncover the stories behind the royal artifacts, their incredible craftsmanship, and the journey of these treasures from the Palace of Benin to museums around the world. Let's dive into history, heritage, and the legacy of the Benin Kingdom. Over a century ago, one of Africa's richest kingdoms faced unimaginable loss. The Benin Kingdom, a civilization renowned for its art, power, and tradition, was violently looted by foreign forces. Today, we explore the story of the stolen artifacts of Benin, treasures of history, culture, and identity. The Benin Kingdom, located in present-day Edo State, Nigeria, dates back over 1,000 years. Governed by the Oba, the kingdom was a center of power, art, and culture in West Africa. Its royal palace, often described as a city within a city, housed treasures that documented centuries of history and tradition. Artisans in the palace, particularly the Guild of Bronze Casters known as the Igan Eromwen, created intricate works in brass, bronze, and ivory. These artworks told stories of kings, warriors, rituals, and foreign relations, especially with European traders. In February 1897, following an incident involving a British delegation, the British launched a punitive expedition against Benin City. The Oba, Ramwan, was overthrown, and the palace was sacked. Thousands of invaluable artifacts were seized, many of which would end up in museums and private collections across Europe and America. This invasion marked a dark chapter in Benin's history, not only for the loss of life but for the removal of its cultural heritage. In February 1897, following an incident involving a British delegation, the British launched a punitive expedition against Benin City. The Oba, Ramwan, was overthrown, and the palace was sacked. Thousands of invaluable artifacts were seized, many of which would end up in museums and private collections across Europe and America. This invasion marked a dark chapter in Benin's history, not only for the loss of life but for the removal of its cultural heritage. One, Benin bronze plaques. Rectangular brass and bronze artworks. Depicted obas, chiefs, warriors, and European traders. Originally lined the palace walls. Two, ivory mask of Queen Idia. Represented the mother of Oba Eseji. Symbolized power, motherhood, and victory. 3. Commemorative bronze heads. Placed on royal ancestral altars. Represented deceased obas and queens. 4. Carved ivory tusks or altar tusks. Large tusks engraved with royal and historical scenes. Sacred objects for rituals. 5. Leopard figures. Symbolized royal strength and authority. 6. Ceremonial swords, Ada and ebon, and regalia. Coral bead crowns, necklaces, bracelets, and beaded capes. Seven. Ritual objects and shrine figures. Bronze bells, gongs, and carved staffs used in spiritual ceremonies. These artifacts were not just art, they were the soul of the Benin Kingdom, documenting its history, beliefs, and power. After 1897, the artifacts were dispersed across Europe and America. United Kingdom, British Museum, Pitt Rivers Museum, Cambridge University. Germany, Ethnologists Museum, Berlin, Hamburg Museum. United States, Smithsonian, Metropolitan Museum of Art, Art Institute of Chicago. France, Netherlands, Austria, Sweden, smaller collections and private collectors. Many of these artifacts were displayed as curiosities, while others entered private collections, far removed from their cultural origins. The looting of Benin had profound cultural and historical consequences. Not only did Nigeria lose centuries of heritage, but the Benin artifacts also became symbols of colonial exploitation. These objects sparked global debates on ethics, ownership, and the restitution of cultural property. The story of Benin's stolen treasures highlights the importance of preserving heritage and respecting the cultural identity of peoples worldwide. In recent years, several countries and institutions have begun returning artifacts to Nigeria. Germany, after long negotiations, returned hundreds of objects. The Smithsonian in the US has pledged to repatriate some Benin Bronzes. Even the British Museum is under growing pressure to negotiate returns. The Benin artifacts are more than objects of beauty. They are records of history, testimony to a sophisticated civilization, and evidence of extraordinary craftsmanship. They remind the world of Africa's rich cultural heritage, which colonial powers sought to erase but could never fully destroy. Each plaque, mask, and tusk tells a story of the Oba, the kingdom, and the people of Benin, a story of resilience, artistry, and pride. The stolen artifacts of the Benin Kingdom are more than treasures, they are symbols of identity, culture, and history. Their journey from Benin to foreign lands and, now, back to their rightful home reminds us of the enduring power of heritage and the resilience of a people whose story will never be forgotten. The stolen artifacts of the Benin Kingdom are more than treasures, they are pieces of a people's history, culture, and identity. Taken from their home, they traveled the world, yet their story remains rooted in Benin. Today, as many of these priceless artifacts return to their rightful place, they remind us of the resilience, creativity, and enduring legacy of the Benin Kingdom. If you enjoyed this journey through history, don't forget to like this video, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to our channel for more stories about African culture, heritage, and royalty. Every artifact tells a story, and together, we keep those stories alive.